built the house in 1977. It was completed, started in 76 and finished in 77. And I designed the house according to our need. We had 5 children. And so you can see it's rather large, and at that time it was basically inexpensive. So we bought the lot for $10,000, and to let you know, the house at that time cost maybe $78,000, which was a good deal. So, and we've had, of course, a lot of people over the years to come and visit, and especially the family. You know, some of them would stay for an extended length of time, depending on their circumstances. So basically, that's, you know, that's where we stand right now.
So we've kept the house as big as it is, even though it's just the 2 of us living here on holidays and, you know, some weekends with Pierre and Andre and those that are coming from out of town. They'd come in and just fill up the house. We have 5 bedrooms, so we haven't wanted to downsize yet, even though we should, because it fills up with family, and that's what's most important to us. And we just never thought this would happen to us.
I was going to say that sometimes a house would be so full we'd have to put a no vacancy sign out in the front.
Like he was saying, luckily Pierre was here. It was kind of a fluke that he happened to be here that night, that Saturday night. And my daughter and her family were woken up at 2:30 in the morning, and so Pierre went over there to help them as much as he could, and then they all came over here. And we do have an upstairs, so we were able to put a lot of our furniture and finer things up there that morning, which they woke us up at 4 o'clock, and by 8 o'clock the water was coming into the house. So we had a little bit of time there, and a boat with 2 volunteers, we don't even know who they were, 2 men came.
It's part of the Cajun Navy, I believe.
Yeah, they call the Cajun Navy. They were going house to house rescuing people, and so they came by and picked us up and brought us to dry ground.
People from, I think, mostly South Louisiana that, you know, are real Cajuns, and most probably others who are not, have just started helping the minute they hear about a storm like this. They just have their boats or whatever, and they head for that spot and rescue people. I mean, it's...
Yeah, they brought their boats from way down south of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama. They brought their boats here and just started riding around the neighborhood in the boats and picking up people and rescuing them. And even Pierre, our son, and our son-in-law Jay, they each had a kayak, and they were going, just rowing all over the neighborhood, picking up people. And about 50 boats just right here in Sherwood Forest, just going around picking up people. And we have no idea who they were, just volunteers. And that's, you know, thank God my other son, Thad, lives in the same neighborhood, and he was not flooded, so we're staying with them. And Angelle and her family are at an apartment that has been given to them for a month or so. And
I think they said 3.5 feet. I think somebody measured it, you know. And of course, one of the cars we thought it was safe. We brought it up to higher ground, but it went under, and this car right here, the Lincoln, went under, and luckily the Mazda was running at that time, but the seats, all the electrical workings were messed up, so the seat would pull way up to the driver's side, and the back of the seat reclining almost like a bed. So anyway, my daughter, she's smaller, she was able to drive the car, and we had a 93-year-old lady with us in the car and her daughter, and we were bringing them to a shelter, and we got to the shelter. It took a while to get there, and it was so, when my daughter and her daughter got out to go look at the shelter, it was so bad from the smell and the crowds that we said, my daughter said, we just can't leave them here. So then we took them to my son's house, which she later found accommodations. So he has this Bondo pickup truck, and they had just recently bought a nice Toyota van, and they saved the pickup truck and the van is underwater.
I want to thank everybody. It's just been unbelievable, the amount of people who have come to help us. That first week, it was just people after people just showing up and wanting to help, and people donating money, and we're just so blessed, you know, with that. A lot of people didn't have any help at all, and so it's been a real blessing and a real humbling experience, and we just thank God for all the blessings that we do have.
It does increase your blood pressure. So
we want to thank everyone who has volunteered and has helped us, and food. Gosh, so many people brought food for us, and donations, and we just want to thank everybody.
Thanks really is not enough. We just want to thank our family, you know, our sons and daughters, and especially Pierre's friends who came all the way from Memphis to help. I mean, we just have so much gratitude for y'all. So just thank you all.
Well, the very next thing is he has to have his retina reattached on Tuesday. So we're kind of on hold until then, and basically after that, we're a nephew of his is coming over to start, you know, getting the house back together, putting up the drywall, and we're just taking the remodeling one step at a time. We lost all of our appliances, so we've got to go pick out all of that, and hopefully, you know, we have no idea how long this is going to take, but hopefully not too long, and we're going to come back here and start our life again. In spite of all this, we've had some good times. You know, we've laughed a lot about different things. So.